Today we go back to the realm of the real, as I have for you a quick video on the features and practicality of the Leatherman Free K4, a knife that just happens to have a few tools attached to the handle. I have to be honest, when I first saw the K4 I was a little bit skeptical. While there's been some pretty cool inventions in the world of multi-tool and knives, surely it's not very practical to attach a knife blade to what is otherwise an incredibly fine pocket tool. But as you'd probably expect me to tell you, things are not always quite what they seem. Now let's go over what this over-engineered hunk of metal has in store for us. The overall design is fairly sturdy, and none of the tools or the blade feel loose at all. You'd be hard-pressed to even shake it open or closed. Taking out each tool requires some effort, and once the tool is out, a small latch must be pressed before it can go back in, which means the knife is never going to retract back onto your fingers mid-use, and keeping your fingers attached to your hand is always nice. Additionally, it comes with a belt clip you can use to keep on your person too. As for the tools themselves, we have the serrated knife blade, made from 420 HC steel, which holds an edge very well in comparison to other types of steel, so you won't have to worry about sharpening it too often while you're using it in the field. This is a nice bonus for us too, as it's a pain to sharpen on the serrations. It also has an option for engraving when you get it, and so far has stood up pretty well as a multi-purpose collapsible knife. Moving along, we get to the handle of the blade where the other tools live. One thing I do have against this design is that the tools inside the blade handle can be a pain to get out and use, as the attachment point is a bit tight and requires a bit of grip strength to take out, but is otherwise all completely operable with a single hand. This is probably a necessary concession that was made to ensure none of the tools slipped out accidentally. The first tool we are going to look at is a Phillips head screwdriver with a bottle opener built into the side. This is a very chunky and solidly built tool. It has very little actual give to it and feels like it could withstand significant punishment before failing. Moving on, we get to the awl, which also doubles as a smaller flathead screwdriver for whenever that's required. It is rather sharp, however, considering its intended use as an awl, so take extra care when using it for those extra small screws. For breaking down boxes, we move on to the next tool, the box cutter, which also functions as a flathead screwdriver and a pry tool. This is also a very simple, sturdy tool that does its intended purpose just fine. Nothing too incredibly special about it, other than its 3 tools built into a smaller slab of metal. The final tool in the handle is a spring-powered mini scissors, which is handy for light cutting of materials such as paracord or thread, and it also works on paper, but it begins to struggle with thicker materials such as cardboard due to the smaller nature of the jaws themselves. The pricing of the tool is in line with what you'd normally expect from a higher-end multi-tool at over 200 AUD, but as a knife it is heavily overpriced if you intend on using it as just as a knife. But if you're someone who appreciates the quality and workmanship that Leatherman has to offer, and the versatility of a multi-tool, this might be a worthwhile pickup. Additionally, it comes with a 25-year warranty, so if you do get this tool, it should last significantly longer than most others. Overall, the Leatherman Free K4 is an interesting option for someone who's looking for a knife with some extra features, but it may not be the most practical choice, as dedicated multi-tools offer more versatility. For those using it only to cut and slice, getting a knife by itself would probably provide better value, However, for those looking to have a knife with some extra features and is interested in something different than the Swiss Army knife design, definitely check this out. And that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. If you came here from my last video, well, my friend, you're a champion and I thank you dearly for being here. And if you're wondering whether this script is written by an AI, the answer to that question is yesn't. So most of it I did myself, but I did get some help. See you next time.